Hey everyone, it's your girl K-Stylez from Detroit. Today on Bible Talk, I want to talk about Bible talk. But no, for real. I want us to really understand God's will, His plans, His thoughts, in our life, considering people, places, and things, and even angels. Because, we may be entertaining angels and don't even know it. And angels are also entertaining us spiritually in the unseen that we don't know, we're not aware. But also God has angels down here with us that look like us, but they're angels. So that's why I said it's very important, for God's thoughts, considering people, angels, places, and things. But, God don't only have a plan, a will. He's a planner. The Father is a planner, you know. He sent out Jesus Christ to manifest those plans. Then he also has plans for us, his creation. So he has plans, he has thoughts, he has purposes. So I want us to understand that God has a plan for us right now. That's why we're on earth. He has a plan for us when our soul, our spirit man leaves this body, and whether you're going to eternal life in paradise in heaven with him, or you're going to go to eternal punishment, eternal condemnation, eternal torment separate from him, because everyone has a free will. He didn't make us a robot. He wants us to free will choose and love him, because that's where our heart and our mind and soul is. So therefore, God didn't allow us just to be robots, like, oh, we just come on this earth, we just gonna serve God. It's just, programming us like that. No, he didn't wire us like that. You see, God has the thoughts when it comes to us not parents, giving us everlasting life. Those are his thoughts. So when we leave this body, we go to the next God's plans. God's purposes, considering people, places, angels, and things when you are in heaven. And also, God has some thoughts for you when you are in eternal punishment, eternal torment, because that's the thoughts that you chose. But God didn't choose them thoughts. He really made hell and the lake of fire for the fallen angels. That's who he really made it for. He wanted to save mankind. And that's why he came down here to save us. He died for us. But all of mankind throughout the Old Testament and the New Testament and where we are at this very day, all of mankind don't want to be saved because we have free will. So therefore, God has different plans considering people, places, angels, and things for different times throughout eternity for us. So when you in heaven or when you in Hades, hell, God has different thoughts and plans for you, even though his plans was never for you to go to Hades or hell to be with the everlasting torment, to be separated from him. That wasn't his plan. That's why he died for us, but we still have a choice to make. He made his choice by coming down here to die for us. And we have to make our choice to receive this eternal gift, which is called salvation. We have to receive it. We have to choose to want it. Our mind and our heart have to be on it. So, the desires of your heart, things that matter to you is what you be thinking about every day, all day. So then he has plans. He has a plan when we have the rapture. We get the new body because we can't live forever in this body, y'all. That wasn't God's plan. So he had another plan. So he has that plan for us when we will have our resurrection body. We'll have those new improved bodies. It won't have sin no more in that body. It'll be perfected to the most perfected body we can ever have and ever known to society. So he has those thoughts at that time. We're going to have a feast up in heaven. He has different thoughts when you up in heaven, paradise, getting it in with loved ones, friends. You're going to be doing similar, same personality, but different purposes, though, up there in a different dimension. So you got the plans when you get your body, the resurrection of Christ, when it comes to the rapture of Christ, the feast we're going to have when you eating up there for that event. Then you also have the plan when we come back down on earth for the millennium reign for 1,000 years. We're going to be kings and queens ruling and reigning with him on earth in a body. He has those plans. And throughout eternity, he has plans. So God never run out with plans and thoughts, as we can see. He has so many plans and thoughts for us at different levels of us according to the timings of us. So God, he doesn't run out of thoughts for all these plans. He has thoughts throughout eternity. And once your soul and your spirit man leaves this body, you have stepped into eternity. The time frame is totally different than how it is on earth. When you get to paradise, if you chose Christ, or when you get to Hades, hell, if you chose that. Even though he didn't want you to choose it, but he's not going to make us choose him. It wouldn't be sincere love then, you know? It wouldn't be sincere. You know, he didn't make us like that. He want us to choose him. Either he like, do you love me or you don't love me? Either you love yourself or you hate yourself. Because who would want to ever be separated from God when he's given us life eternally, everlasting life? And anything that we thought we was getting on planet Earth instead of people, places, and things, just imagine the glory, the peace, the comfort, the joy that you could ever inherit in heaven. Come on. It's just the different levels of God's plans in our life, considering purpose, considering people, places, and things, and even angels. Because you know, when we in heaven, we just not in heaven with humans. We in heaven with angels. So it gets deeper and deeper when it comes to God's thoughts at different times of our life about his plans, considering people, places, and things, and his purposes. So I just want to bring some insight when it comes to God having a plan for us throughout eternity. But our plan first start on earth. And we have to decide, do we want God's plan for eternal life? Or do we want our plan for eternal damnation, eternal punishment, eternal torment? Because that wasn't God's plan. It was for the angels. But there is a nice group of humans that's going to choose that, and that their names will not be written in the book of life because they chose that. They didn't want to love God when they was in this body. They was just living for the now, but they weren't thinking about the after. I'm sorry, our soul is built for eternity, y'all, our spirit man. So we got to think about the now, and we got to think about the later. Remember that. All right, great people. I want you to continue to stay blessed, not stressed. I want you to continue to rep your city because God has the best. Stay blessed.